I was swimming in the ocean, there was hella commotion. I made love to a dolphin, they didn't wear a condom. I got really sick, but my hair looked good. It was really slick, smooth, 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 smooth body. Guys, last week I promised you a ginormous interview. And like Dirk Nowitzki in the 11 finals, I delivered. We got Skidmark here today. Skidmark, say what's up to the people.
How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
And stand at attention. There's an officer on deck.
Ooh, I like that.
What's
That's
that?
nice.
What's that for? What movie is that?
Titanic?
No, the one. We'll get into it later.
The Avengers?
Oh yeah, that
It's
one.
in the event.
I'm pretty sure Captain
Maybe.
America and like Gamora's like.
Gamora. Sexiest green person alive, maybe?
I don't know. Green Giant. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Just like definitely got a poison ivy
I
cock.
love frozen
Oh, yeah.
broccoli.
You got the Arkham game too. You played the Arkham Batman
I've
games.
not played the Arkham Batman games.
Poison Ivy's pretty good in that one. I ain't
Ooh.
gonna cap.
So like green chicks all the way.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I'm not gonna roll them out, but
No, I don't think I ever could possibly do that.
absolutely not.
It's like green chicks, Mountain Dew, grass, all the best stuff.
The guy on the green pecans, like.
There you go.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway, so you're working on a boat as a merchant marine, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm not revealing too much. Not
No,
going too
sir,
deep.
you are not.
It's like you guys have to be listening to Yacht Rock, right? Because like,
Well, we got the yacht rock, right? And
okay, you actually do have.
we
the Yacht
also
Rock.
have the sea shanties.
Actually, do you guys like
Yes.
sing together? Like,
Absolutely, yeah. Like, have you ever heard the old ones?
no, go for it.
Well, here, I'll play some for you if you would like. I don't
We
know if
can't get
that's-
copyrighted,
Oh,
so
oh.
you can show us
But, I mean,
afterwards.
to be honest, I kind of need the music with it.
No, acapella.
We'll give you a
God.
beat. We'll just.
Well, you know,
There
what,
once
what was
was
the
a
one
ship-
on TikTok that was famous for a while?
The Wellerman.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
The Wellerman.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Yeah, we got that one. We got Bones in the Ocean. We got a lot.
So you
A lot of
guys
good
don't
ones.
just like pull up with like little baby like on the boat. Like I pull up
Oh.
in the Jewish community.
I'll actually tell you something pretty cool. So I was on a Navy ship, right?
Yeah.
USNS Patuxent. Shout out my boys. So basically, our ship is in charge of refueling other Navy ships. So we're basically just like a floating like gas, whatever you call it, like a gas station.
Yeah.
And basically, we'll pull up beside a ship, throw over our lines, we'll start pumping, give them all the fuel that they need. It'll be like JP5 or DFM, so jet fuel or diesel fuel
Shit.
marine. And we'll fuel them up. And then when the operation's done, the ship that got the fuel will play music on their way out. So they would play like, I remember Aerosmith being played. My buddy wanted to play Yeet. You know,
Yeah.
he wanted to play that on the bridge, and I was like, dude, you're going too far with that. But yeah, it was a good time. Lots of music though.
Gotcha.
For
Lots
sure.
of different music.
Oh yeah, lots of different music.
All right. So you have to play one song. You're in the other boat. You're not fueling up.
Oof.
You have to play one song. What does it go? It's
I'm
got to be like.
It's got to be AC/DC or Metallica. I'm gonna be honest with you because you got to hype the people up.
Gotcha. So you're rocking heavy
Yeah.
metal, straight
Yeah.
Chad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to fire people up.
Did
gotta
you
get
get
them
like a
going.
little hard if someone played like a sick song while they were going away?
I'm not gonna lie. I have a quarter chub at all times. You have to
That's
be
all right.
He's always ready.
ready. You got to be ready.
Like
Even
Little
at
Caesars. You're always hot and
he's
ready.
hot and
Always hot
ready.
and ready. Pizza. Sorry, I have Tourette's. It's my bad though.
No. All right, getting a little more serious here. When was the first time that you realized, like, oh shit, I'm like in the service? Like, what was your like? Some people saying that like in basketball is their welcome to the NBA moment.
Okay.
What was your welcome to the Marines moment?
Merchant Marines.
Merchant Marines.
Yeah, so
moment.
our school's a little different on that. So there's 5 service academies in total. There's West Point, Naval Academy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and then Merchant Marine. Merchant Marine's probably the least known of the 5, just because not many kids go there compared to the other schools. It's about 280 kids a class, and then the attrition rate's about, like usually you have a graduating class of 170, 180. So you have 100 less kids by the time that you're graduating. And it's also a really small industry. But besides that, while you're at the school, you aren't commissioned until you graduate, but you are sworn into the Navy as a midshipman officer, which is like your basically your entry level between being a civilian and being an officer. So you're an officer in training.
Okay.
But when you do go on like Navy ships and stuff, the enlisted do salute you because technically you are an officer rank, but you're not technically commissioned yet. But like my welcome to the service moment was probably first day of NDOC, day 0. And that's when you go in. It's basically their boot camp at Kings Point. That's like the name for our school.
Yep.
And shave your head, make you read a bearings book, yell at you, scream at you, PT you, all the normal like boot camp military stuff. So that
What's PT you mean?
So that's like just physical exercise.
Okay.
Yeah, physical training. That's what it stands for. Yeah. So stuff like that.
Was it like scary? Like that has to be scary.
Yeah, like,
going from
I'd be
not
straight-
getting
like,
screamed at.
I'm not gonna lie. The night before I was pretty nervous, and then I showed up, and I was like, everyone was like super nice at the door, like getting your bags, you know, the whole thing. And I got my name tag and everything, and then you basically walk in, and there's 5 of you, and I remember it was the regimental training officer was right in front of me, and he was like giving this whole speech about how to square properly, which is like military etiquette of how you basically like turn a corner. Okay. So you can't just like as a plebe, it's one of your things where you can't walk normally. So you always have to walk like at a certain pace. You have to run when the flag's up, and then when you come to a corner, you have to square it. So basically, you put your feet kind of like this, and then you like shuffle your feet almost. So he was like teaching us all the basics that we need to know before we went out. It was like maybe a quick like 1 to 2 minute thing, and then he just sent us out the door. And then there's just people screaming at you right when you get out the door, and like they're yelling at you and making you do like a bunch of crazy exercises, and you know, then you get your hair shaved, and like that was probably the moment where I was like, oh fuck, like I'm in it now. Like there is no turning back. But at the end of it, I was like, it needed to be done. There needs to be some type of indoctrination into this kind of lifestyle. So definitely glad I went through it.
That makes sense. I mean, like I hate to get cheesy, but I mean, lives are at stake, right? Or is that correct to say? I don't know. I don't know much about the service. You played soccer, Skid, correct, in high school?
I did.
So just to put in perspective for people, what like the hardest conditioning you did in high school soccer compared to the hardest conditioning you did in the military? Are they like not even comparable?
I would say it's definitely. It also depends on what you want to do, like in the military. So certain jobs require different fitness levels. So like, if you want to be an infantry officer in like the Army or the Marine Corps, you got to be in the best shape of your life. You got to be able to run 6-minute miles like nobody's business. You got to do over 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 30 pull-ups, like put up crazy numbers. And then you got other guys who are working like the office jobs, like supply, which are needed. Yeah. That's absolutely necessary, but they don't require that level of fitness for sure.
Gotcha.
So
good to know. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any like cool stories that you could tell us about being overseas or any of that shit, like not being home and like literally being on the ocean?
Yeah. So like you like at sea or in port? Because I can do one of both if you want.
Go both.
Both?
We got the time.
So like I would say definitely first sailing. So at my school there are 2 different sailings that you go through, 2 different sailing periods. The first one is about 4 months. The second one is 8 months long. The first one is usually when they kind of just send you out there and you don't really know much. Now, personally, coming from my hometown, I didn't really have many handy skills. Like, I didn't know how to fix stuff. I didn't really know how to work with tools or anything. I knew, like, all the theoretical stuff that had to do with, like, the engine and stuff because you either go deck or engine. Deck has to do with the navigation of the vessel, basically all the deckhand stuff that you have to do, tying it up, the unrep stuff I was talking about earlier with other ships. And then there's the engineers who work down in the engine room, and basically they're just fixing stuff all the time. And that's the pathway that I chose because that's what I wanted to learn. But basically, I remember being out to sea for my first time on my first ship. It was a Maersk liner, so it was a commercial company, and I remember being out like in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, just like looking and seeing nothing like around me. Like, it's actually kind of crazy because, like, you go to the beach and, like, you look out into the distance. It's like, oh, there's, like, a lot of shit out there, right? Yeah. But, like, you're there. Like, there's no one around you. Like,
he showed me a picture that he took at nighttime.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and it was like, it's crazy. And the further north you get, well, obviously depends on like where you are in the world, but like the stuff that you see like off the coast are just like, it's awesome. Like I could stand out there for hours and just look. It's mesmerizing. It's awesome to see.
What's like the coolest sea life you saw? Like, did you see any like dolphins or any shit like that?
Yeah, we saw a couple turtles.
Like
and then,
big ass, like Finding Nemo sea
yeah,
turtles.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
like, what was
cool.
that bro's name? In
Crush.
Crush.
Dude. Yeah. Wow.
Noggin. Dude.
Yeah, we saw that stuff. Saw some dolphins. But definitely this last sailing, I think the coolest thing I saw was the mountain range in Iceland and Reykjavik. That was breathtaking. So that was really cool to see.
I'm gonna have to see some pictures.
Yeah, no,
later.
absolutely, dude. I got a lot of pictures. But being at sea is super cool, but it does get a little boring after a while, because then you're just like staring into the abyss, and you're like, well, I'm out here now. Like, there's no
leaving.
Yeah, like I can't go back if I wanted to. But definitely like a lot of the port stuff. I got more of a chance to go into like different ports my second sailing, which I just came back from. First sailing, I did like a Middle East route. So basically, it was up and down the East Coast. Basically, we hit like Norfolk, Savannah, Georgia, Houston, Texas, and then all the way back up to Newark, New Jersey. And then you'd make your trek across the Atlantic Ocean, which is about 8 days on my first ship. My second one took about 16 days, so it's a little longer. Depends on the kind of ship you have, type of engine, and also like any storms you encounter on the way. And then went all the way through the Mediterranean, stopped in Spain, and then all through the Middle East. So like Djibouti, Somalia, Oman, India, Pakistan, all those countries, which they're all shitholes. But
Oh man.
and you can't really go ashore, which kind of sucks because like there's gang members waiting outside of like the port to like grab you and try and like ransom you for money because you're an American. So
Jesus.
you got to be careful. But second sailing was definitely a lot more fun. I got to visit a lot of different cities. I got to go to England, Scotland, Spain again, Poland, Netherlands. So super cool. It was awesome.
Super worldly. That's
Yeah.
definitely super interesting. On that note, which would you say is like your favorite place that you've been to? I know obviously you're on the job too, so it's not like you're like out like at a cafe in Paris, but like what?
Well, sometimes it is that way too. So like when you pull in the port, at least for us, my deal with my boss was that if we were in port, we had any work to do, we'd finish as fast as possible, and then he'd let us go. And then the weekends we had off, which was kind of nice. So if we pulled into a port on a weekend, that was like our time to shine. So like we'd go find any clubs that we could, basically like dance with anyone that we saw. But I would definitely say the Netherlands was my favorite because we met a group of girls and it was a lot of fun hanging out with them the whole night. They showed us around the city, so it was.
That is really fucking cool.
That is really
yeah,
fucking cool.
It was a lot of fun. So
I don't do that at my school. I don't
Yeah.
just I don't hop on over to the Netherlands and
Just
walk
go
around
clubbing.
town.
yeah, but I think the Netherlands was super cool. The weirdest thing I think I saw, probably the two weirdest things, was that everything closes like after 5, like all businesses. Like there's restaurants open and bars, but like everything is closed. Like there's no malls open or like anything like that, which was super weird to like walk around in like a ghost town basically. And that was like all over Europe. And then I would definitely say the traffic situation, like obviously driving on the wrong side's kind of weird in like England and Scotland.
Yeah.
But like you know how when you're sitting at a red light, you kind of have to like basically judge when the green light's gonna go off when the other cars stop in the intersection.
Yeah.
Like you see them stop. So in Europe, they have it go from a red light to a yellow light, then a green light.
Oh.
And that caught me totally off guard. I was like, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
I was like, that would be awesome, right? Because we just have the stop going from green to yellow to red.
Yeah.
When it stops, we don't have it the other way around. So I thought that was super interesting.
Like
that was like the one.
slow.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was like, did that just happen, or am I like,
Am I tweaking right now?
Yeah, I was like, what is going on with me? But yeah, that was something super weird.
Damn.
Well, I'm sorry to jump in. You sent me like a picture or a video or something. I don't know what country you were in. I want to say it was the UK, maybe Ireland, somewhere over there, and you were
Okay.
in a bar.
That could be any country. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Here's the thing. It looked like it was some dude's fucking basement. Because you were sitting on like a leather couch.
Ooh. Oh.
I think it was in the UK
It was
because you
the
said the
UK.
food was
Yes,
fucking
yes,
terrible.
Yeah. Because I wanted to try like an authentic
Yeah.
fish and chips. I was like, I
Gotcha.
gotta do one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I order it, and the guy, I'm standing there ordering the food. I'm like, yeah, can I just get like fish and chips and a beer? And he's like, yeah, what do you want for your beer? And like, I got a Worthington's cream ale, which is amazing.
Gotcha.
The
yeah.
beer over there is insane, by the way. But
Interesting.
that's another subject.
Have you had Paddingtons?
Yes, I have
Okay.
had Paddingtons.
I've had like the American
Yeah.
version of Paddingtons.
Yeah.
But that's really solid.
But yeah, Paddington's is good too. But I was like ordering my stuff, and it's basically like you get fish and chips and then peas. And I saw mushy peas were there, and I was like, "What the fuck is mushy peas?"
Mushy peas. That's
Yeah.
the name of it.
It's
That's
mushy-
not advertising at all.
I know. I'm like, "What is mushy peas, my boy?" I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "You never had mushy peas, mate." I'm like, "No, I haven't had mushy peas." And he's like, "All right, we'll put it on the order. We'll see if you like it." I was like, "All right, whatever." So then the food comes, and it's literally just like mashed up peas, like and like a yogurt like form, not like I don't want to say yogurt form.
Yeah.
But it's not yogurt or pudding. Like, it was just mushy pea. I don't know how to explain it, dude. Like, it's just mushy peas, right?
Why?
And then the fish and chips actually doesn't look that bad. But they don't put seasoning on anything. Excuse me. Except for, yeah, because, like, you know how the, basically all the trade routes with India got cut off?
Like the spice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything with, like, the East India Trading Company.
Yeah.
So, like, they kind of adhere to that now unwillingly, which is super weird.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think because they have access to all that stuff now, but
Yeah.
I think they're just used to it.
So
That
they just,
now they're like, nah, it's whatever. But like, I would
what
never.
quality
Go,
of life is that?
Yeah, like
it is. There's no seasoning on anything, dude. It is awful.
That's the only reason like I eat food.
The
yeah,
food
for the
is
taste.
terrible there. I will never go back to eat food there. I will only go back for the beer. That is it. But
That's fire.
yeah. But yeah, the leather couch. I do remember that
Yeah.
place.
It just looks so dingy, and I remember
Yeah.
thinking to myself, "What the
Well,
fuck is he getting
What's
into
also
right
weird
now?"
is like a lot of the restaurants you go to in these like little towns and like cities, they always have an American themed place anywhere you go.
Okay.
Like the impact that we have on the world is crazy. Like whenever people were like, "Oh, you're American," like they were just astounded. Like they loved talking to us and like.
You get
getting to
anyone
know
that
us.
like asks you to take a picture with them because you're an American?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Wow.
There was actually that same night as the leather couch. I'm outside of this bar and there's like a bunch of these girls there and my buddies were talking to them and we're about to get on the bus. I'm like, come on, bro. Like we're about to leave. You ain't gonna get
It's
nothing.
over.
Like let's go. And then I walk over like going to get them and then she like turns to me and I have like my Pittsburgh Penguins hat on.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And she's like, "Is that an eagle?" And I was like, "No, it's not an eagle." I was like, "It's a penguin." She goes, "Oh, a penguin." And she takes my hat and put it on. She's like, "Are you from New York as well?" And I was like, "No, I just go to school there." Like, she's like, "Oh, the New York skyline makes my pussy throb." And
What
I
the
went, "What?" I went, pause for a second. What do you mean by that?
She said that out loud.
She said it out loud, dude. And she also said it to my friends like a couple minutes earlier. The same exact sentence. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with this
Dude,
shit.
why don't we live in
Yo,
England?
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I just
What?
I got my hat and I skirted out of there. I was like, I'm not dealing with this tonight.
What the fuck?
It's pretty forward.
Yeah, but they
Just a
think
little.
America is great. Like they love the influencers and the YouTubers, TikTokers, everything.
Oh.
Like they think America is top
Shit.
notch, which it is. But you know,
Good to know.
yeah.
All right, you think he's ready?
I think you're
A
ready.
little thunder, a little lightning. It is lightning round, so
Ooh.
we're going a little quick. We're gonna have some fun. Right off the bat, did you order the code red?
Yes.
You cut the dice. Look.
See, I tell the truth when I'm under the oath. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's where Jack Nicholson went wrong.
True that.
Piece of shit.
So like, it's a cold day out, right?
No.
No, not today. I'm saying
It's not today.
Not
No,
today.
no.
Not today.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
Well, logistically speaking.
Look at the logistics of the situation
Oh, yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's cold out. And let's just say you're snowed in
I'm snowed in. All right.
Are you putting your boots on and going out, or what are you doing?
I mean, depends. Is there anything to do other than sledding? Like, or am I just staying in? I guess.
I don't know.
I'm probably staying in. I'm gonna be honest.
You could go work out and work on those Mussolinis. I don't know. It's over.
Probably staying. Probably staying.
Yeah, I ran out of figures.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
The little bag of pink goodies. Do you want to like expand on that?
Little bag of pink goodies.
Little pink bag of goodies.
Little.
Oh.
Oh.
You want to expand on it?
No.
You don't have to. No?
No, because he might be listening to this podcast at some point.
Would you say yes?
I'm gonna say no.
All right.
I would like to think I say no. Depends what if I'm down bad or not.
Well, it depends on what the goodies are too. But that's also the.
I know what's in the bag of goodies though.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's good or not.
All right.
Well, I know if it's good or not, but if I will enjoy it, I don't know.
Can I ask what's in the bag?
If you don't
goodies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pink bag of
It's a
goodies.
pink bag of goodies, pretty much.
Next
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
As a military man, you're familiar with famous places like Fort Knox or Fort Benning.
Sure.
You know, only military men. really,
absolutely.
really truly understand that. The real question is, whatever happened to making forts? Like, why don't we have like Fort PPG Stadium?
You want like a real answer?
Sure.
That's not the type of warfare that we really have anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see,
There's no strong. There's really no like strongholds or like places where if someone invaded, like we'd be screwed.
Gotcha.
It's basically all cyber warfare now. Everything is technologically based.
But what about like a cyber fort?
Cyber war. Dude,
That
that's
actually makes no sense.
so
Yeah.
can I interject?
Go for it.
Did you understand what I meant whenever I put forts?
I thought you were talking about like old school forts, like Fort Duquesne.
I meant like couch cushion forts.
Oh.
Like, when was the last time you made a fucking fort with couch cushions with the
Dude,
boys?
That's because
Throw a
kids
couple
aren't.
blankets on there.
I'm gonna be honest. Probably like elementary school. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while.
Oh,
I was a middle schooler, just like Santa Claus, like
Maybe we gotta.
7th grade.
Maybe
mark.
we gotta pick up on that.
yeah. Like, let's make a fort.
I think you're right. Yeah. Fuck it.
But for the same reason the military doesn't make forts anymore, kids don't make forts anymore
Wow.
because of the internet and cyber warfare.
The internet.
Wow. That was a great link.
Cyber
Thank you.
warfare. You got it there.
There was a time when children around the states collectively thought it would be a good idea to eat, Tide Pods, right? Because they look like candy.
Yeah.
Oh, what is something you think looks like super appetizing, but it's like not edible?
Oh, like a forbidden.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I will say Tide Pods do look delicious. Like, whenever I have them, I'm just like, I got to pop them in my mouth. Like, it just looks like a snack, bro.
Yeah,
It does.
it really does.
Something that's appetizing. I'm going to say, like, a tree branch. Or, like, it gives you that natural, like, vibe. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to taste just as good, right?
Yeah.
Like, the air you're smelling, it's got to taste good.
Never thought of a tree branch.
Never
I know you
thought
can,
of a
like,
tree
eat,
branch.
like, vegetation and stuff, but, like, maybe, like, some tree bark? I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think it should taste like, based on the way that it looks?
It should taste like basically smell and taste like the new stuff that you put in the car, like the smell
new
things.
car scent.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
pine tree.
Yes.
Like, yeah, no, I know
That's
you
what
know,
it should
like-
taste like.
Huh?
Like a Christmas tree would
Like
be
if
delicious.
you were to eat that, like suck on that thing,
Yeah.
it should be similar to the tree branch. It really should.
I would munch on a Christmas tree.
Oh,
Literally
Munch on it.
destroy it.
yeah, that's why I said.
But then I'd get
appetizing,
sick
bro.
of it because I'd eat so much.
Yeah.
Isn't that the problem?
Maybe that's just a problem with society.
Literally. Societal standards. Do you think beauty standards are ruined by the military-industrial complex?
Beauty standard. Beauty standards.
Wait, what is the military-industrial complex?
Bro, I could not tell you, man.
I've heard that like 8 times.
Did you look this up? What?
That's not even written down. This is fresh off.
You
the
just
dome.
made this up?
I
The
swear to God.
military industrial complex. We might have to get someone to Google that real quick because I don't know that. But military industrial
Oh,
complex.
man.
I don't know. They don't really teach that at my school. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's
But
like
I
a
will
po-
say the beauty standards of the military, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta have a clean cut, right? You gotta be
Okay.
shaved. But a lot of people are saying, why shouldn't girls also get their hair shaved?
Ooh, bars.
So
Right?
what's the code of ethics there? Like, what do they have to do?
They're doing the same job as a male.
No. What I'm saying is, do they have to like shave or like cut their hair down to their shoulders?
They do not. They do not. They can, as long as it is in a tight bun, they're good to go.
So
Okay.
I think they should shave
Okay.
as long as people promise not to make G.I. Jane jokes. Because that can get out of
wait.
hand. Wait,
Yeah.
we don't know if
Yeah.
he...
We
That'd
don't
be
know
bad. That'd be a bad scene
Okay,
there.
you know about the Will Smith
I do.
stuff.
Okay.
I did have service for that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
It's
know
a
what you're talking
G.I. Jane joke,
Yeah.
dude.
But basically for girls, it's either the tight bun or they can't have hair touching the uniform itself. So they can have like a bob. You know,
Okay.
but guys, it's got to be, I think, less than a 2 on the sides. And then this just has to be like in regulation. I don't know
Okay.
the exact. I think it's like 2 inches or something. I forget. Something like that.
The military industrial complex describes the relationship between a country's military and the defense industry that supplies it, seen
Oh.
together as a vested interest which influences public policy.
Yes.
So a little too introspective for me to dive into, but
I feel like people just throw that out as like a political argument when they're trying to seem really
Yeah.
smart.
It's like how people think they know what they're talking about when it comes to gun laws. Or
Yeah,
Like,
or-
you know
or
what I mean?
anything.
Or-
Right, like-
Yeah,
yeah.
anything really. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But like, you don't know the difference between an AR and a regular rifle. No, you don't. Don't lie.
I don't.
I don't.
I've
And that's fine.
I'm uneducated.
But just don't make the argument. You know what I mean?
that's a smart way to look at it.
Yeah.
But
Or educate yourself
Military
both
industrial
ways.
complex. Yes.
Learn something new every day.
I think
Yeah.
that's something like you know how there are businesses like Boeing and what's the one bowl game that they have every year of the
It's the
company?
military bowl, right?
It's the company that makes fighter jets. I don't know why I'm blanking here. But they basically make like all these different types of technologies for the military, and they're military contracted. I think that's what that is.
Yeah.
referring to.
And-
Stark Industries.
Hey,
I
There
think
you
That
go.
would be sick.
it's like also the self-perpetuating cycle of people from the outside thinking that we go to war to make more money off of war. So I think that also has to do with it.
yes.
I think
Yeah.
that was explained to me once.
This is
Pulling
all
it out of
going
my
over my
ass.
head.
It sounds like an educated guess, and I will go with it.
Yeah.
Sounds fire.
You and Lil Dupe are connected sexually. Like the tension here, cut it with a knife.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Serious
you could cut
stuff.
this shit with a spoon, bro.
It's
Lord.
actually kind of crazy.
But that would mean there's like, because
It's
there's
so
so much
tight.
tension.
So tight.
Finally understand that
There
now.
you go.
If you were knee deep in the water somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a blue sky breeze, and it's blowing wind through your long, luscious hair that you had, would you have a worry in the world? Or, like, maybe a worry that the tide's going to reach your chair?
No,
You wouldn't be worried.
I would just simply just swim away if that happened.
You.
Because I'm adaptable. You know what I mean?
That's the Marine
Yeah.
code.
Merchant Marine, dickhead.
God, country, adaptability.
That was on the NDA that they made you sign, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I did see that.
God,
Well, they
country,
transfer over.
adaptability.
They all transfer over. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's it's like Cole's cash.
Yeah, it's like Cole's Cash.
Oh, it was God, core, country. No, God, country, core. God,
Adaptability.
adaptability.
It's somewhere in there. For us, it's respect, honor, service.
Okay.
That is the King's Point motto. That's
Kings.
what we have. So the other academies have different ones. They're stupid, but
If
Yeah.
they were doing a Merchant Marine movie,
oh.
who would you get to play the star
So I'm gonna tell
Merchant
you right
Marine?
now, there's a lot of movies out there already that are Merchant Marine based.
Really?
Yes, we have Captain Phillips. That
Didn't
is a
know
Merchant
that.
Marine movie.
that-
bas-
Is that I'm the captain now?
No.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
movie.
Where the small end pirates get on board of a
Yeah, it's
vessel.
Tom Hanks.
Yes, so
Yeah.
there's actually a lot of classes at school for the Decky majors that goes off of basically your ship security.
Huh.
That event did change a lot. Titanic also changed a lot
Right.
of our navigation
Right.
rules. That's another Merchant Mariner movie. I guess you could do.
Yeah, you could throw that in there.
Trouble on the North Atlantic. That's a very old World War II movie, but it basically just goes through the lives of all the merchant mariners at that time, which is what our school holds like so dear. So our school is the only service academy to have a battle standard out of all the other academies, which means that basically we supplied the military with cadets during that time, and merchant mariners had a high casualty rate during World War II because basically, if you cut off the supply line of all the stuff that they're bringing over with ships, the German U-boats basically sunk all those merchant mariner ships, and we didn't really have much artillery on those ships compared to like Navy destroyers or whatever during that time. So that movie basically encompasses the life of Kings Point cadets. There are Kings Point cadets in that movie, and then there's also merchant mariners who are officer rank and deckhands. That basically goes through like their whole journey across the Atlantic, fighting German U-boats, which is kind of gnarly.
And remind me of the name of this movie again.
Trouble on the North Atlantic.
Trouble in
It's either Trouble on the North Atlantic or Action on the North Atlantic. I can never remember, but it's one of those two. It's really good. So,
I'll have to throw that on.
Seems interesting.
it's like it's super old. It's like White Christmas old.
Damn.
Oh, so like old.
It's old.
So like color, it's still in color.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's not White Christmas.
That's an old movie too, though.
Yeah, I know it is.
Whatever the fuck that movie's called.
I've actually never seen White Christmas.
Was it Miracle on
34th.
That's right.
34th.
Is it 34th? I don't know.
No, it's the one-
35th.
Isn't the one you're talking about?
37th?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful
Oh,
Life
that-
sounds,
you're
yeah.
right. That
It's
is
a
a-
Wonderful
it's a
Life.
Wonderful
Sorry,
Life.
sorry.
That movie actually holds up better than you'd think for being as old as it is.
Never seen it. I just know that line because it's in Christmas Vacation.
Great movie.
Awesome.
Great
Probably on
movie.
par with it, honestly.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you're definitely right on that.
And the biggest question of all the questions,
Mm-hmm.
and this is, there's an officer standing on deck.
Yep.
Fork or spoon with your mac and cheese?
Oh, yes. That's right. See, it depends on the type of macaroni you got going.
I like where
right?
this is going.
I like it.
So you got your rigatoni, right? That's the big circle one?
Yes.
You can't get that shit with a spoon.
Fuck no.
Like, come on. Who are you?
No, you can't.
No.
No.
So it depends on the type for me. If it's like the small shells,
Mhm.
I'll go with the spoon.
Okay.
Rigatoni, it's got to be with the spoon.
Panera does the small
fork.
shells.
Belay my last with the fork. Panera, you're talking?
Panera does the shells, I'm pretty sure. I've been wrong.
Panera is
before.
probably gonna be a spoon for me in the bread bowl.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
the
It also
shells.
makes it a lot easier to get the bread outside
Mhm.
or on the inside
I
of the
agree
bowl.
with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So it's got to be a spoon there.
But if you're eating the bread bowl, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish.
Yeah. When do you start eating the bread bowl? When do you start eating the outside of it?
See, I don't know.
I stopped getting bread bowls because I felt like I was getting less soup. I don't know if there's
I
truth
agree
to
with
that.
you on that.
Kind of very true.
So, but when I did, I would
Mhm.
finish all my soup
And then
and then go into
yes, I feel like
the
that's the
bread.
majority
I
of
think,
people. feel
yeah,
like that's
I
what
would
they
say
do.
yes. I also
Because can
love
you get mac and cheese in the bowl? It's in the bread bowl.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can-
yeah. So like, why not? This is what I do with the mac and cheese. The soup, I'm the same way. The
Yeah.
broccoli cheddar, yeah, I do.
Brock
Gotta finish the whole
ched?
thing first.
Definitely.
Absolutely. But with the mac and cheese, as I go down, I take apart the bowl.
Yeah.
And I dip it in
I've done this
And
before.
and get some mac.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's definitely smart.
Yeah.
So
I love whenever, you know how they like take the top off, they cut the circle in the top.
Mhm.
Sometimes they don't leave you the top.
Oh, I hate that.
Other times they do,
They-
and it's
I
like,
love-
oh my gosh, today is all of the holidays
Uh huh.
on one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite day.
How do you think they make those?
The butthole bread?
No, how do you think they carve out the inside of it?
Well, I think they have a guy in the back, probably, right?
Who's just nice with
It's
it?
like,
with a
hey,
knife?
yo, bread guy, do your thing,
Do
man.
they like? You think they have a machine or it's some guy being like?
It's got to be a machine.
It's like a cookie cutter thing.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
It's gotta be.
And then they probably like press the outside of the inside
See,
of the
but
bowl.
they
You know what I
say
mean?
it's all fresh. You know what I mean? So like, Do they do it in the store, or does it come like that?
No. They make the bread.
Okay.
They make the bread. I'm
they
sure they
do?
just like cookie cutter the center out and then like reach in with their hands and kind of like press around to make more of a bowl shape like they're doing pottery.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, but
I've
I
been
feel like
wrong
they're
before.
not. Are they putting their hands in my?
I'm sure they got glovies on for sure.
You gotta have glovies on.
Yeah.
But even with gloves, I want latex in my bread.
I don't think it's latex. I think it's the plastic ones. You know the see-through plastic ones?
It's plastic,
Mm-hmm.
not latex. Is latex not plastic?
I don't think we have sex with plastics on our dick.
And what is it?
It's a substance.
Personally, I like the lambskin
Rubber.
ones, but that's me.
Yeah, well, anywho.
I mean, we could go condom talk. Let's just do
No,
it. Hate
I think
them.
we're good.
My parents listen to this podcast.
It's okay.
Any questions for SmoothBody or Lil Dupe? Because you
Ooh.
guys are so sexually connected.
If you give me a question, you have to give SmoothBody a question too.
Yeah, I got you. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
The ability to make a woman orgasm just by looking. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, I think like super speed looks.
Super speed?
Or actually, no, I take that back. It's always been Spider-Man's powers. I don't know. I know you can't just like say
Yeah,
that.
dude. No. That's
I feel
fair
like you
game.
can say that.
That's fair game.
Then that easily. Like,
Yeah.
Not even close.
No, Spider-Man is fair
Spider-Man's good.
game. Those are cool.
If I choose a superpower, is it like I'm signing an agreement to be a superhero?
It's a non-disclosure agreement, yeah.
You could be like the boys and like. You know,
but
that
I don't
show?
really.
Well, with great power.
Comes
Comes
great.
great responsibility. I watched that movie yesterday. Fun fact.
Me
First
too.
one, second one.
Tobey Maguire's first one, and Andrew Garfield's first one. Fun fact.
It's a good one, too.
I've been grinding
that
them out.
movie got too much hate.
I'm going to be on it. Once you pick your thing, who played the best Spider-Man and who played the best Peter Parker?
Tobey Maguire easily best Peter Parker. I don't even think it's close.
Okay. Here's your best Spider-Man. Let me say my superpower first.
Okay,
I think
okay.
my superpower would be either flying or teleportation. Sorry if that makes me a bitch.
Flying? No. Flying's sick. People underestimate.
Yeah.
Sick.
Because I feel like
Flying is
also
sick.
if I'm flying everywhere, I can like fly anywhere. I don't know where I was going with
exactly.
that.
Think
But,
how
like,
good your knees would feel.
yeah, like I don't gotta walk,
Yeah.
but then I also might get.
And you're
a little-
going fast, too. Like, you're not just, like, going at 15.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
like
You're
gross.
not cruising at a 15. You're going, like, Superman
50.
speed.
Mad
right?
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're going
for sure.
fast.
I'm sorry, you can continue. Who's the best Spider-Man?
So that's tough because like I'm gonna go with Holland, but like I really like how Garfield played the Spider-Man part. Like I thought his quips and shit like that were
Mhm.
always tight. He always made me laugh.
Yeah.
It might be I actually think Holland you could say is the best Spider-Man, but I think he's like the middle with both of them because I love.
I 100% agree with you.
I love Maguire, but as Spider-Man, like there's certain stuff he misses, and a lot of it's the technology of the
Mhm.
time. But
Mhm.
like, it's just but him as Peter Parker, I think's the best.
I
What about
agree.
you guys?
Because he's like the nerdy, non-social kid.
Yeah.
Toby plays that perfectly.
And I think his empathy, like the way he
That
goes
too.
through all the emotions of like especially like in Spider-Man 2, like that college life, that is super relatable to me, especially as like especially now.
Yeah.
Watching that, like being too busy, you're kind of like on the edge. You're kind of just getting by in certain ways, and like I don't know. I just always thought he might be the most talented actor of the three. I like Holland a lot, but I actually think like
Toby has a lot of really good movies.
he does, and I
Yeah.
think he kind of got blackballed because I don't know how good of a dude he was.
Yeah, he was a dick whenever they were like filming any of them. Like
Yeah.
even the most
to
recent
the
one.
media and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. the
Which is
best
like
guy.
understandable. Like
Yeah.
who really wants
I mean,
a fucking
when
camera
they're,
shoved
when
in
they're
their
up your
face?
ass all the time?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna
It's
get
a little frustrating.
Yeah. But there's also like super big gambler, super big poker player.
Mm-hmm.
There's that movie Molly's Game. Have you ever heard of that?
I think so. Yeah.
It's like the celebrity ring of poker players
Mhm.
is like kind of the beginning. Then it goes more like the super rich.
Mhm.
But there's this dude Player X in it, which is supposed to be. It's implied that it's Tobey Maguire, and he was like one of the biggest dicks. Like he was like, he wasn't trying to just win money. He was trying to like ruin people's lives.
Oh, wow.
But he was dirty at it. Good movie.
I think
I'd
he
check it
actually
out.
plays poker in his free time.
He
if
does.
I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere.
But I think he also
and
like
he's very good at it.
he's really good. But I also think he like plays poker, like
Yeah.
not like always over the surface.
Like they thought Michael Jordan was playing poker.
No, he might have been gambling on some. I'm taking my bulls and 6 type stuff. No. Well, fuck. That's all I got. That's Skidmark, man. That was a big time interview for us.
Skid, bro.
Me and Skid, we're developing a friendship currently, but we weren't super tight before this, which was good for me. It brings a different energy to the podcast. Plus, we got somebody who like actually like has a job here, so things are looking up. We'll see you guys next week, and I'm gonna put my semen in your seashore.